Now, what is going on, boys and girls? My name is Orb, and welcome back. I'm clapping my hands. Welcome back to another episode of QnA. We're going to call it QnA Weekend for now, because the last couple of episodes have been up on the weekend, right? They haven't been up on, like, Monday or something. That would have been weird. That's kind of what I thought about last week's episode. For missing that, all of a sudden it was Monday, and you were like, Orb, do it now. And I was like, I might just wait for Friday and actually upload the thing on Friday. If you see this on Saturday, then whoops, my bad. Anyways, I wish you welcome to this episode anyways, and hopefully you will enjoy. But as you know, we usually, before we get into all the questions, usually start off with doing a pickup line in a different language. And you guys really wanted me to do one in my native tongue, in Swedish. So be prepared, because this is about to turn sexual. Girls, keep it in your pants. Jaha, no, bönan. Här står du och hänger. Händer ikväll då? Hold on, let me try a different one. Ja men tjenare kex, står du här och smular? Ska du inte hänga med hem till mig och käka makaroner och hångla lite? Inte? Nej? Okay. So if you haven't already realized, you can't do pickup lines in Swedish because our language is not sexual at all. There is nothing sexual about anything that has to do with the Swedish language. Anyways, it is time to jump into the question part of the show, so I'm gonna pass it over to YouTube. YouTube, what you got? Now Orb, do you want to date my sister? First question that comes into mind. 1. How old is she? 2. What does she look like? I need a picture. You know, so I can, scout the talent, Because... 3. No, that's it. That's all I need. Show me and tell me. Okay? Get back to me. Now, Joel, would you like a high five? Of course, man, I would like a high five. So how do you wanna do it like this? Are you high-fiving it yet, or? There we go. Enjoy. Orb, do you believe in religion? Yes, I do believe that religion exists. See, because you wanted an answer, but that's not gonna happen, buddy. For all you know, I may just be in... Hold on, let me find something super ridiculous. Google. Yeah, here we go. This is a good one. Yes, my good sir, I am a part of the Church of Subgenius. Yes, I promote... What do I promote? The church had been predicting that on this day, the world would be destroyed by invading alien armies known as the Exists, which is short for Men from Planet X. So yes, that will have to do. New question. Now this is an interesting switch from the previous comment. Would you have a threesome with the Olsen sisters or bang Megan Fox? Now you have to keep me up to date here, because the last time I heard anything about the Olsen sisters was like super far back. So I don't know how old they are or anything. You'll have to let me know in the comment section, but I don't know. I feel like they're like, aren't they like on drugs, like coked up and stuff? And like Megan Fox is hot, right? I was gonna say Megan Fox, but you know what? It's 2 versus 1. I'm gonna go ahead and say the Olsen sisters. And maybe I'll get coked up, man. Hey, 3 birds in 1 stone. Now that concludes our YouTube questions for today. Let's head over to facebook.com/IncredibleOrb. Go over there and ask your questions for next week's episode right now. Now, Joe, what was your favorite video game you grew up playing when you were a young lad? And the best game and the game that I remember the most is definitely Zelda Ocarina of Time. This game was awesome. I have never been so into a story of a game before, and it was just absolutely amazing. So definitely Zelda Ocarina of Time for Nintendo 64. That will get my vote. Orb, did you know that you have many followers from Italy? No, I didn't. Hello, everybody from Italy. I like that your country is shaped like a boot. And keep that up. Italy gets a thumbs up. Now, Joel, do you prefer ketchup or mustard? Now, here's some insider information about myself. I hate mustard. I seriously cannot stand it. I will do ketchup and ketchup all the way, my good sir. And fun fact, I also love crushing tomatoes. So, kind of goes together. Now, Joel, what did you study in high school? When I was in high school, I studied social studies, and that was fun. Actually, it was kind of fun. I mean, it wasn't any math. I hate math. Actually, for you guys to want to know, I actually failed math. Well, we have different like math A, B, C, D, etc. I actually failed math B, because apparently this guy can't count. But yeah, so there was not a lot of math in there, so I definitely enjoyed that. I definitely enjoy like psychology, I enjoy history, I enjoy social studies. So there's a lot of fun stuff in there, so it was actually a good time. Now here's some feedback from a viewer. Orb, can you stream anything besides Call of Duty? Yes, good sir, yes, and I will do so. There is a bigger variety coming from my channel and for my streams because I definitely want to do other games than Call of Duty. Call of Duty is still fun, don't want to trash it, but there's other games out there that are also fun that I want to do. And also, as sort of a little insider info, February, it's happening. You don't know what it is, but it's happening. Now that is everything for the Facebook question. Let's head over to them Twitter questions over at twitter.com/IncredibleOrb. Now what day in the week is your cheat day? It is actually usually on Fridays, usually around the weekend, so you can kind of time it out if you're gonna head out with friends or gonna stay inside and play video games with your friends and, you know, just try and have a good time. Usually like when the weekend comes around, I'm a bit more amped. Even though I'm doing like YouTube like on the daily, I still get more excited for the weekends. I don't know what it is. Maybe there's like the notion of like, I know that people are gonna enjoy themselves because it's the weekend, so me myself have an easier time enjoying myself. I don't really know, but all I can say is Fridays or weekends are great. Usually space them apart every other week or so. Now Orb, what do you think you would be doing right now if YouTube were not around? Charlize Theron. Hej mamma, kul att du tittar på mina videos. Now this Twitter follower is asking, Orb, do you prefer McDonald's or Burger King? Donken all the way. Joel, how many games do you have in your Steam library? You know, a couple of games. Yes, a couple of 100. Actually guys, about my Steam library, while we're on this subject, I'm actually going to do a show that I think I'm gonna call Letting Off Some Steam, which is basically gonna be me playing through my entire Steam library and you guys decide what game we're gonna play next. So stay tuned for that. I don't have all the details squared out, but soon guys, real soon. What do we have? Let's see here, one more question. Here's a good one. Do you have any tips at all for up and coming YouTubers out there? Apart from just simply having fun with YouTube, one of the biggest tips I can give you guys is upload what you guys want to upload and not what, you know, may or may not get a lot of views. So if you want to upload Call of Duty, if you want to upload FPS games, racing games, sports games, indie games, scary games, whatever the case may be, upload what you want to upload and not what gets a lot of views, because in the end you're gonna get very burnt out on a particular game, and that is something that has happened to me with Call of Duty. I still enjoy it, it's still a great game, but you know, I do enjoy other games, and I feel pretty much forced when I have to play Call of Duty. So that is why I'm now reaching out into different games, and that is something I should have done a long time ago. So that would be my biggest tip. And other than that, just have fun and don't think about views or numbers or anything like that in the beginning. Just have fun. Now that will conclude this week's episode of Q&A Friday. If you have enjoyed it, don't forget to rate it down below, add it to your favorites if you really enjoyed it, and of course share it with friends if you want to help spread out the word about the Q&A stuff and also the channel overall. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already by clicking down below, I believe. And yeah, if you want to ask your questions for the upcoming episodes, go ahead and leave them in the comment section below or hit me up on Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram, which are all gonna be down below, so do check those out. What the hell? Do check those out, and that is gonna be everything, guys. So if you have missed any of the past like 2 weeks worth of videos, you can find them all over here. There's a lot of them, so you can like click all of them. They will all open in a new window, so go ahead and do that. Actually, while you do that, I don't know if you're gonna be able to tell, but I have these orb letters over here, and I'm not quite sure what we're gonna do. If we're gonna do Rob, maybe not Rob, maybe Rebo, RBO, Rich Beautiful Orb. Oh, I'm not rich.